Hi, young buddies. So, your Grammar Buddy Mini is once again back with you at your own learning platform, Learn Forward, and your book, The Grammar Hub by Feather Cap. We'll be starting chapter 22 of your book, in which we will be practicing more of picture reading. Are you ready? Let's get started. One is formal letter, as the word suggests. Formal is where you have some formal relations, like you write an application to the principal. Have you been writing ever? Yes, you have learnt writing application to the principal for many different reasons. You want to take leave, you want to take some permission, or like that. Similarly, when you work in office, you write letters to some editors of the newspapers, magazines, or to some companies. They all fall under the category of formal letters. It is communicating with somebody where you have some formal relationships, right? Now, the second category is informal letters. And as the name suggests, informal letters are the letters that you write to your friends, to your relatives, right? This gives a totally different bond when you write letters. These days, of course, we know that letter writing is getting shortened, but then the mails that we write, they are just the same. So you are just expressing your views in that, right? So going ahead, we'll be doing some samples here. First, we'll be learning about the format. That means what is the structure of letter writing? How do you write? What all points you must remember? And the first format given here is of the informal letters. That is the personal letters you write to your friends and relatives. And how do you begin with? One thing that you have to remember always is whatever you write, wherever you change the paragraphs, everything is left aligned, children. Always start with your margin. You will not leave space there, right? So first thing to remember is begin with the left margin. And suppose here's an example. You are Akanksha. So when the names like this are given, always remember you have to mention this name wherever you are supposed to write your name. Okay? You are Akanksha, write a letter to your friend. See, you are writing to your friend. That means it is an informal letter, right? So you are writing to your friend Kavisha, requesting her for looking after your pet dog Sherry. So sometimes when you go out, you have a pet, you have to lock your home. You cannot leave the pet into the room locked for some time. And you cannot carry it everywhere also. So you are requesting your friend to take care of your pet in your absence, right? Let's see, how do we write that? First of all, you have to write your own address. So this is the sender's address, right? After that, leave a line. Can you see a space here? So you have to leave one line just to mark the difference, and then you write the date on which you are writing the letter. Again, leave a line and then begin addressing, Dear Kavisha. That means you are writing this letter to Kavisha. So, Dear Kavisha, how do you begin? You just exchange the well-beings of each other. So, hope you are doing well. I am going on a holiday. Then you are writing the purpose and you are elaborating it. I'm going on a holiday with my family. It is a 3 days trip. And of course, you cannot carry your pet there. I cannot take my pet dog Sherry with me. So I request you to look after it. And then you are finding out some assurance there. And you are sure she'll do. I know you love dogs. So there is a reason. Suppose I talk about myself, I just scare pets. So if one of my friends or relatives will ask me to keep a pet for a few minutes even, what to talk of days, I'll not be. So you will definitely approach a person who is going to take care and who loves pets. So that's why this is the assurance from where you can make sure that yes, she's going to keep your pet. I know you love dogs. I'm sure you will love Sherry. It is a very good dog. Now this whole is called the body, right? This is the body. This is you are addressing to the person. This is the date and this is your address. And finally, how do you close? You just write your loving friend, and before closing, you can even mention, give regards to uncle and auntie, say hello to the siblings name, whatever it is. You can close like that with those lines also. And finally, you write your loving friend, whatever the relation you have with that person you are going to mention. If you are writing to your brother, you'll write your loving brother or sister, whatever you are. And if you are writing to your parents, you'll write your loving daughter or son. And if you're writing to your uncle, so nephew, niece, like that. So you will mention the relation here according to the person you are addressing the letter to. And finally, you write your name here. That's it. So I hope you have understood how to write the informal letters, and you have done a few earlier also. Going ahead now, we have a sample again here, write a letter to a friend. So again, see, this is an informal letter. And what is the purpose of the letter you get from here? Congratulating on success in annual examination. So it's an achievement, you are marking that, right? So how do you begin? The first thing you have to write is your address, right? Then you write the date. And finally, we begin addressing the person you are writing to. So because here the name is not mentioned, children, so you can write the name of any of your friends, my dear Nikki. And then you begin with, I am very glad to hear that you have passed the annual examination. And it's not about passing only, and stood first in the class. This is the reason you are congratulating. Accept my heartiest congratulations. It is an achievement of which all of us are proud. Yes, of course. When somebody scores good, when somebody gets renowned, everybody feels proud, isn't it? We take pride in that. You really worked hard throughout the year, because you know success is not a day's effort. It is an ongoing process. You have to work throughout the day, throughout the year. So this is also being appreciated. It is just because of your year's hard work that you could achieve this, to secure this great success. I hope you will always get excellent results. So just keep going, keep rocking. Please see here, this ending has come here. Please convey my regards to uncle and aunt. And then finally you close with your friend or your loving friend. And here you write your own name, because in the title, nothing is mentioned regarding the name. Hope it is clear to you. Can we move ahead now? Okay. Yes. Now here's the format for formal letters, children. And how do you begin? Again here, you have to write your own address. And then comes the date, as you do in your informal letters. And finally, to whom are you writing this? Just like in informal letters, you write dear, and you refer to the name or the relation, dear uncle, dear father, dear mama, like that, dear friend, like that. So here, because you are addressing to some post, not to a person, to the post, so we are going to write like this. Write the post of the person. You are writing an application to the principal, a letter to the principal. So with the words the principal, we are going to write the name of the institute also. It is Rosewood Academy and the place Noida. So this is called the receiver's address along with designation. This is the designation, which means the post. And this is the address of the receiver. So we begin with the address of the sender, that means your own address, then date, and then the receiver's designation and address both. Now you have to address the person you are writing to. So if that person is a female, you write dear, respected ma'am. If that person is a male, you write respected sir. And sometimes, children, we don't know what the other person is, because the post designations these days are shared by females as well as the males. So if you are not sure, then you always write respected sir. Am I clear to you? Can we go ahead? Okay. Now, after that, you write the subject because you have to be very precise that what is to be pointed out in the letter. So, this letter should immediately tell the purpose of your writing this letter, right? So, in the subject, you write the purpose. What is the purpose? Permission to use the computer in computer lab. This is given here. Write an application to the principal to get the permission to use the computer in the computer lab. Might be it is restricted to some classes, might be for some reason you were not allowed. So you are just seeking permission from the principal. So this is the subject. That means the purpose of writing your letter. And how do you begin? You give an introduction of yourself there. Who are you? I am a student of your school studying in class 4B. I want to use the computer in the computer lab, right? So the purpose has come here. I want to play general knowledge quiz on the internet because for any reason you will not be allowed. There should be some specific reason that should be justified. If you say, I want to use the computer to play games, will that be allowed? No, but this is good because you want to enhance your knowledge. So for this, you will be getting permission. So remember that the reason that you give should be justified. Okay. And then kindly allow me to use the computer in the computer lab. So remember to use please, kindly words that show request, or even you can say I request you to allow me to use, right? So kindly, please, I request you, these words go there at the end when you are just requesting for it. And finally, what you write is yours obediently, because you are the obedient students of the teachers, of the principal of the school. So we should always write yours obediently. We will not write here yours student, your loving student. We'll write yours obediently, and otherwise you can write your obedient student, but this goes better, yours obediently, Kavisha Agrawal, and your class and section also. Now, one thing, one difference you have to mark here. See, when we are writing informal letters, we do not write the second name. It's okay when we write just Kavisha. Your loving friend, your loving daughter, your loving sister, Kavisha. That's okay. But when you are writing formal letters, there you need to give your complete name with the second name. Got it? Can we move ahead? So now you know the difference between formal and informal letters. Okay. So let's go ahead. And here is practice to perfect. One question I have picked up from your exercise, and that is you are Virat. So the name is mentioned here. Make sure you sign it like that. Write a letter to your friend. Okay, so tell me, is it a formal letter or an informal one? Very good, that is informal letter. So how you are going to begin? With your address. Yes. And what is the purpose of writing this letter? To your friend, describing your first day in your new school. Okay, that means you have changed the school and you are going to describe how was your first day in the school. Isn't it very exciting for everybody? And a few are nervous also. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen in the school. But then the day turns really well. Let's see how we write this. See, this is, you have to write your own address. You will write your own address. Then we write the date, 3rd April 2023. And then we write the name of your friend. So whom are you writing to? I am writing to Dhruv. So I said, dear Dhruv, I am good and hope you are in your best of health and mood. So we are just exchanging the well-being of each other. As you know, this session, I have changed my school to DAV. I am excited to share my first day experience in the new school. And What's your experience? Let's share in the next paragraph. See, again, I have started the next paragraph with the margin, right? I reached the school with my parents and the class coordinator introduced me to the class teacher, and that class teacher took me to my class, right? So this is what happens at the time of admission. You are introduced to the coordinator. The coordinator introduces you to the class teacher, and then it's the class teacher who is going to introduce you to the entire class. Then what happened? I was happy to get introduced to the class. The class teacher made me sit with the class monitor. And why with the class monitor? So that he can help me with every small thing. So this S will not be capital, it will be small. Please mark it, right? His name is Manik, and he is an intelligent and helpful guy. He helped me with everything and even made good friends with me. So they mingled up, they turned to be good friends, and he helped for everything to Manik. It was a great day of learning and socializing because you got an opportunity to interact with different students of the class and just try to make friends with some of them. So it was not a day of learning only, but socializing also. I'll share all other experiences when we meet because there's a lot to share. This is not enough. So I'm excited to share with you whenever we meet. And then see, finally, give regards to uncle and auntie. Your loving friend, and you are going to write here Virat. So I hope this is clear how we write the letters, the formal letters and the informal letters. Then there is one more. Write an application to the principal for allowing you to participate in the inter-school level painting competition. So I hope you can write that. What you have to begin with is, because you are writing a formal letter, again you will write your own address here. Then you will write the date. Then what are you going to write? Because you are addressing to the principal, you will write the principal. And see, when we write the post here, the designation here, the T will be capital and the designation first letter P will also be capital. If you are writing to the manager, it will be the manager, right? If you are writing to the editor, it will be the editor. E will be capital, M of manager will be capital here in letter writing. And then you write which school is it? It's not mentioned. So you can just write the name of your own school here, DMPS Modinagar. Right? Here you will write the date. This is the place for writing your own address. And now you will write the subject where you will mention what is the purpose of writing this letter, this application to the principal, allowing you to participate in inter-school level painting competition. So it's not allowing you. How will you write? Seeking permission. That means you are taking permission. Seeking permission to participate in inter-school painting competition. Again, how did you start that previous application to the principal when you are requesting for taking permission to use the computers? We will do the same way. You give your own introduction. I am a student of your school of class 4 section, right? And then why should see inter-school competitions are where the school just picks up the best students in that activity to participate and showcase your potential there, right? Your you should have some reason why the principal should allow you to participate in inter-school level competitions. So you have to show, you have to tell about yourself that I'm very good at painting, I have been doing very well, got appreciation, or you won awards in inter-house painting competitions also, inter-class competitions also. So that should be the reason, right? So mentioning that, you can then request that kindly allow me to participate in this inter-school competition, painting competition, and then you end up with the words yours obediently and then write your own name. I hope this body and ending you can write yourself. So that this is how we can write different letters, the formal and informal letters. You can pick up different topics and keep trying writing letters and applications to formal and informal relations. I hope you enjoyed learning how to write letters, and so did I teaching to you. We'll be learning ahead more in writing skills and compositions. Till then, happy learning, children.